I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the surprise number 6 overall pick of this year's draft, Daniel Jones of the New York Giants, as they take on Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. So with that, let's get out to the East Bay and Oakland, California. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And Charles, we got two teams here that finished at the bottom of the standings last year. But remember this, 15 of the last 16 seasons, we've seen at least one team go from the bottom of their division to the top in one season.
Last year we had two, Chicago and Houston. These two teams playing now, they think they can do the exact same thing this year and make it 16 out of 17 seasons.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants set to go to work on the offensive side. The rookie Daniel Jones in command. You recall it was week 3 of the NFL season in which the G-men ultimately made the move away from longtime starter Eli Manning. And after a thrilling win in Tampa Bay, Jones has taken the job and run with it ever since.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Jones now operating from the gun. Got a man, Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the Giants' first down.
On the set. 50. I'm scared.
Throwing on first down. Jones. On the catch, this is Russell Shepard. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Ready, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Let's go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. This is Barkley. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. And we take a look now at the New York offense.
And as we all know, 2018, the New York Giants used the number 2 overall selection to select this running back, Saquon Barkley, and he did not disappoint. A lot of people thought they should take a quarterback, but when a guy gives you 2,028 yards from scrimmage, the most in the NFL, and not only is he Rookie of the Year, but first-team All-Pro, I think that's a wise draft choice.
Now Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
When you're talking about what you want from a middle linebacker or an inside linebacker, you're talking about Tahir Whitehead. Does a nice job wading through a lot of the traffic and does an excellent job of bringing down ball carriers. One of the top tacklers in the league when he's on top of his game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March, came up the coast from L.A. where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Hey, we're good, we're good. 180.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Down. 185.
It's coming this way, Here we go.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Derek Carrier, the one he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. York set to take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep for the Raiders, Jalen Richard. The Raiders swarm in and block it. And they're going to take possession of the football.
And that's truly the way to change field position, isn't it? Block the punt and then take over inside the 5-yard line. What a tremendous job by them. You change momentum, you change field position, and give yourself a chance to score.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. So a great special teams play. They block the punt and excellent field position, 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs taking it in as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't it? Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Jonathan Hankins in on the stop.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Jones. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now. And remember, he had his first punt blocked.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And now Oakland ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. All that, and it only nets them a yard. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
Down. You right, Eddie?
Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Right down. Right, Eddie? You better be afraid of me. You better be
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. His throw incomplete.
Intended for Foster Moreau. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Brandon, when you and I sit down and play chess, you're always winning. So I've got to figure out how to get that done. But we're watching a real chess match today between the offense and the defense. And on that play, called a draw, the defense ended up winning.
Down. Blue 80.
Mike 29. All day, baby. All day.
On play action, now Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Carr now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On the draw, Richard. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. New York set to take the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Let's go.
Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jones. And Tate's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Jones pass. Complete to Golden Tate. A gain on
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and handling a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. Catch made by Slayton. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. On the draw, this is Barkley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
60 outlaw.
55 to mine. Go, Captain, let's go. We got this. We got this.
Shoot.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
On second down, Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Rosas' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw his Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Stay with her.
Carr gives to Richard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
180. Skip this. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. 280.
Carr going to throw. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
What's up? What's up?
Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Carr. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Fourth down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Giants on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
We go. 70, Indy. We go.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Break.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Brings up second down at the 43-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
15, check back 50. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on second and 14. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 21. Now Carr. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Carr now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Now.
Mike.
180.
Let's go.
180. We're good. 180. That's it.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
A gain of 5 brings up third and 6.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be third and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Carr, and that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Carr, he's airing it out for Williams, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Richard. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Tight ends on the move.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Raider 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Jones has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
On the double. Yeah. Get it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 12. Jones. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
And this is caught at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Rosas puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Jacobs now. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ready?
It's Barkley on the counter, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
Nate Solder, the left tackle. He's the culprit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
Complete to Saquon Barkley. A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Ready?
50. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Shoot.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York.
That's it, baby. We're going to push.
Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
Nowadays, many defensive lines are coached to play the run on their way to the quarterback, and that's exactly what they did.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
The gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 12.
Down. 185.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, That leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On the set.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Say. Head up.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by Benson Mayowa. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
Be driven.
On second down, Barkley, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check 9.
Ready to go. Say go.
Jones off the play fake. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend there?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready, set.
55. Check, 55. Mike. Rabbit. Rush in.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Raiders' 12-yard line.
Here we go, set. 15 line. Now.
On second down now, Barkley down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Ready.
Jones now operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field.
Personal foul.
I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run it with Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that doesn't say, I just want my guys to play fast. How about that one there? He almost ended up tackling the quarterback as he's handing the ball off and knocking it free.
That's what I was going to say. You blinked. You missed that one. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That is Carr at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Operating from the gun, Carr. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Leonard Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Carr. And it's caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Refusing to go down. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 78 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Rosas to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, What do you look at stat line-wise for your quarterback? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Carr. He completes it to Jones. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And he'll find Moreau here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. It's caught, Jones. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. Again, it's Carr. Catch made, it's Moreau. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now a carry for Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They blitzed there, but to be honest, I don't know if it would have mattered had they blitzed or not. That run play was going nowhere.
Yeah, it's really, really difficult at times to figure out where that defense is coming from. But if you're committed to running the football, you can get people up on those linebackers, right? Those guards don't have to block anyone at the line of scrimmage. They can get up to the 2nd level and create some space.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete.
Carr's pass, intended for number 83.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
For the field goal, a 33-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Got it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ready to break.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Throwing Jones. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Benson Mayowa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Here's Carr to throw. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, 32 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce him, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, he's got his man. This is Tate. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Jones pass. Complete to Golden Tate. He steps out of bounds right after.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Ready, ready. 18 Gators. Watch the run. What's up, baby?
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Tahir Whitehead on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Break. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? All day, every day. Any day.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Check 59, Mike, ready?
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The throw complete here to Williams. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground, Richard. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football, but when you got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
Let's go. Man left, man left. Hey, 4 down.
On first down, it's Jacobs, and he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr. Jones has it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
We own.
Here's Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This pass from Carr taken in by Waller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 42. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Carr completes it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Check 3, check 3.
To throw, it's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. The 40, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Keep doing that.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good, so that will get them back within one score. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Once again, it's Jacobs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Down. 180. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
First down, New York.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.